I'm recording this one last time. Regardless of how badly this goes, I will upload this, I swear to God. Um, because I'm just sick of re-recording this. Uh, I wanted to rant about this, and the, the amount of times I decided to re-record it because I couldn't like find a conclusion to it uh, is kind of absurd. At the end of the day, I think there is ultimately no conclusion to get from this, and I'm just fucking ranting. So here we go. Um, yeah, I want to rant about self-image. Um, this is broadly brought on from doom scrolling social media, as always. Um, and I think I think if you're a guy, you've probably seen this before. I don't know if it applies to women as much, obviously because my algorithm does not think I am a woman, and most of the time. Sometimes it thinks I'm a lesbian, but that's a completely different. It's a completely different topic. Um, uh, but yeah, so if you're a guy, you've probably seen this, where it's like uh, some rage bait, like TikTok or video or some shit, where there will be someone in the comments who will say something. Maybe it'll be like kind of extreme, but it'll be some like br- broadly it'll be expressing some sort of boundary or some sort of requirement, um, and often like I'm not gonna like sometimes it can be extreme, sometimes it can be reasonable. I'm not gonna get into that, but oftentimes you'll see people respond to someone expressing a boundary uh, uh, with like the response of, "Oh, well, you're just insecure," and I mean, sure, I think yeah, like I think that's a very valid reason to have a boundary. Is like I am insecure about this thing, so I would appreciate if you did not push on this. So that is why I have this boundary. And for some reason, it seems particularly for men, insecurity is treated as like an inherent character flaw, where you're not allowed to be insecure about anything. You're not allowed to to be vulnerable or like any of this shit, and it's perpetuated by I, women and men have said all this shit all the time in all the comments. Um, so it's perpetuated by society broadly, and um, I really, it really bothers me because it's something that I don't think is really in someone's control. Like, because people will say, "Well, just stop being insecure, bro." And it's like it's really not that simple. Like like your self image and your insecurities have I don't think you have any control over them. Like literally zero. Like the people who spout the shit of like just do self affirmations, bro, I think are delusional and frankly not very smart. I'll put it that way. um, I think your self image is based entirely on how others view you, and in particular, how they treat you as a result of that perception or of their perception of you. So, like, if you were growing up as a child, you didn't really think of the way you thought of yourself was based on how others treated you. So, if you're bullied for being ugly, you thought you were ugly. Like, and like, as that's reaffirmed over and over, that's how you see yourself. And I know that for some people, like when they get older, people will start affirming otherwise of like, oh, you're not ugly, blah blah blah, that was just bullying. But I think that for some people, you can get to a point where your early upbringing embeds your self-image, and as you grow older, you also lose the ability to trust others for similar reasons. At which point, I think it feels like you cross into this sort of like point of no return where you can no longer like update your self-image because you no longer trust others. And so even if you get positive affirmations from other people, you can't actually take that into account because you don't trust that input. um, and so that's part of why I think I couldn't find a point, because there is no point, but or like a conclusion, is that I feel broadly uh, that this is the case, and I haven't seen any counter arguments to this, and unfortunately, I think that I fall into this case. Um, Insofar as that, obviously, I have a negative self-image, and I see positive affirmations from people, but I don't trust people. Uh, so it doesn't really mean much to me. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if other people can relate. Um, I did go to therapy for this, but I don't think therapy is very useful because they just therapist just says the exact same shit of like, well, you're that's a self-defeatist attitude, and it's like, yeah, I know. I think it's a doom spiral, and there is no way out. And I don't know if anyone else feels the same way. I guess that's the point. It's like, uh, hey, we're all doomed together, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that makes it any better. I don't know.